hydrating. I have one more video to do after this, but I have to wait till the mail gets here because I'm going to be showing off the paperbacks, and they're supposed to come today. So this video, I just want to thank my early reviewers. Sorry, I got paused up there. I just want to thank my early reviewers for really giving me the confidence to go ahead with these books, because after the last couple read-throughs of the Undead Mr. Tenpenny, I almost didn't want to publish the books at all. I thought the humor was stupid, I thought the characters were stupid, I thought my writing was crap. I just really hated everything about the books. So, but I kind of just, sucked it up and sent it out to some early reviewers, and they didn't hate it. So thank you guys for instilling in me a renewed sense of confidence about the books and to getting them out in the world. And in addition to that, I just want to kind of maybe steal another page from the Jonathan Pongratz playbook and talk about future plans. So the Undead Mr. Tenpenny comes out February 23rd, which may or may not have passed. I don't know when I'm releasing these videos. Then I'm still... What am I doing? I don't know anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm still working through the final drafts of books 2 and 3. I think book 2 is pretty much done and ready to go. It just needs kind of another really quick polish. Book 3, I just finished draft 4 of, and I think, or is it draft 3? I don't know. I think that book is pretty much done. There might be a couple little plot points that need clarified, and of course the language always needs a little quick polish to sort of cut out repetitive words and things like that, because I do repeat myself a lot. But other than that, those books are due out. The second book is due out when? I don't know. The 13th of April, and then book 3 is due out the 18th of May. Yes, I can remember things. So that's what's coming up there. I'm hoping to be absolutely done reading through these books and all the madness that goes with them next month. So March, I'm hoping to maybe never have to read these books again. Not that you shouldn't be looking forward to them. I'm just tired of reading them. After that, I'm kind of tired of doing series. I know series are like sort of what they tell you to do to kind of keep people with the momentum of reading your books, but I'm kind of tired of series for now. This is my 3rd series, and I'm tired of them. Because you have to remember so many little things to stay consistent across the series, and my brain hurts, okay? Tired of keeping notes on these things. So I have ideas for, I think, 3 standalone novels, and I'm not sure which of those I want to work on next. So that's going to be a fun bit of decision making. I have kind of maybe half of a very, 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 very rough draft of one of the books, and mostly just a fairly outlined idea for a second book. And then the 3rd book just kind of is just this like weird whim in my head that I'm not sure it'll ever come to anything. It might actually get worked into one of the other 2 books. So the first book is it's just my working title for it is Time Pirates, and just because I can't think of anything else, because basically that was the idea in my head that started the books. It was that like people were pirating time somehow, and so they're like able to go into the past and steal things and then bring them to the future, and where they're worth more, obviously. But I wasn't sure how that would play out, but I really like the idea of being able to go back in time, even though I've never done a time travel book, and I'm not sure if I want to deal with the it's not exactly a time trial, but not time trial. This is not cycling. It's not exactly a time travel book because they're not really doing anything in the past, but actually the whole premise of it and the main character is a woman who's divorced. Well, she's not quite divorced yet. She's having this kind of contentious divorce over her time travel machine, which is actually a sort of like a Spanish galleon. This is what I'm picturing people traveling in, as, you know, old-timey ships. And so she's having kind of a contentious battle with her husband over the divorce settlement. And I think that's going to be a fun dynamic to play out because, well, I don't want to tell you. So, and then the other book that is a pretty solid idea is, well, I don't know. It started out, I really have this weird desire to write historical fiction, but one, I tend to get lazy about research, and two, this book kind of, I think, you know, the person's descendants are still alive, so because it's not that old of history, and so I can't find the legal doodahs to sort out what I can and can't write about this person. I mean, it wouldn't be anything bad, but I just didn't want to get into that. And so what this person was, he was an elephant handler. Excuse me, I need to breathe. He was an elephant handler in, like, I think it was the 30s, 1930s. And he loved these elephants, but at the time, like, elephants in circuses, as now, really weren't treated that well, but he was one of the people that sort of did treat them well. And he wanted to get to know them, and he wanted to get to understand their psychology and their, you know, better way to care for them, even though he didn't always go about it the right way. So the story is kind of his story, and then there's like a combination with the elephant story, and the elephant's name was Tusco, and he was actually this elephant was actually in Portland as part of a sort of a sideshow kind of thing at this amusement park that quickly went underground. And there's a long story into this, but the reason I got interested in this is because I found there was a history book about Portland, well, about Oregon, and there was this picture of this guy with this elephant, and the guy's last name was Painter. And I'm like, Dad, are we related to this guy? And of course he hadn't heard of him, but so weird thing. So just this picture of this elephant, and it got me researching this whole thing, and I learned about this elephant handler who was not Painter. Painter was just kind of some shady character, let's just say. But so anyway, because I don't really want to turn this into a historical novel, because of the whole legal problem, I'm kind of thinking like how it could be turned into a fantasy novel, and perhaps the guy is a dragon handler. I've never written a dragon book either, so this is all going to be new and fun, and I just don't want it to turn into kind of a epic fantasy kind of thing. So I don't know, I'm kind of thinking, could it be some maybe steampunk kind of situation? So I'm still playing with that, obviously, but that's the idea, that's the inspiration. And the third idea is just kind of an idea in my head that, again, I don't know, Mr. Husband, don't take this the wrong way, but thinking about divorce, I had this idea that, like, you know, a king and a queen get divorced, and it splits the kingdoms apart, like, literally splits the fabric of the universe. And so, like, there's two kingdoms, one ruled by the king and one ruled by the queen. And it has like kind of created this parallel universe kind of thing, and but I'm not sure how that's going to play out. So I'm not sure what the reason. Again, this is just all I had in my head was split kingdoms. So I'm not sure how that would play out. I imagine like they need to get the kingdoms back together because of some reason or other. But that's just what's in my head right now, and I haven't written a short story in quite a while. So I should probably do that. I don't know, kind of feeling the urge to write something short and quick. And I guess that's it for me. So until the paperbacks get here, until the mail gets here, I'm gonna sign off and go hydrate some more. Bye.